Alright guys, so it is time to unbox the M4 iPad Pro. This is the Coupe de Gras. This is the grand finale. Now before we get further, quick word from our sponsor. Are you tired of lost wireless connection? Well, those days are no more. Let me tell you about the Wi-Fi HaLow. I recently got the Lorex 4K battery operated NVR system, and it includes a Wi-Fi HaLow connection. Now what does that mean exactly? Well, it uses a low frequency, a sub 1 gigahertz, which provides longer range, a stronger connection, and it can contribute to a lower power consumption for the battery. I've been waiting to test this out. Let's see how it does. Okay, now that I have the system set up and the batteries are charged up, let's see how far it can go. And as you guys can see, look how far this thing can go. All right, check this out. Look at the time on top, 7:01. 7:01. So this is live. I'm literally up my block right now. Usually Wi-Fi will start to stutter and lag, and don't mind the control, I'm controlling my drone. So as you can see, Wi-Fi HaLow doesn't only provide a stronger range, but a stronger connection. And it also has the ability to penetrate through obstacles like trees and up to 8 walls, ensuring your connection remains strong so you can relax knowing you can rely on your connection. Another thing for the Lorex systems, HaLow is contained within the NVR, which means I don't need to upgrade my router to support the sub 1 gigahertz frequency. The NVR does all of the work. So there you have it, the Lorex 4K battery operated NVR system with Wi-Fi HaLow. I'll throw a link in the description, be sure to check it out. Now I picked it up in both space black and silver in both the 13-inch and the 11-inch model. I already spoiled it. I saw them at the Apple store. And quick little fact about this wallpaper, it spells out Pro. So this is the P, this is the R, you can see the little R here, and the O, Pro. Nice little Easter egg, Apple. Now this is the 256 Wi-Fi only model. And while we at it, we may as well take the 13-inch out. This is Apple's thinnest device yet, 256 Wi-Fi only. Now typically these days I go with the bigger iPad, just because you have more screen real estate. The 11-inch is pretty impressive. Now you have the same exact display tech as the larger model. Anytime you get a new Apple product, you always have that Apple smell. This is the 11-inch, look how thin it is. Whew. The silver, man. You can't go wrong with silver, man. Silver is always gonna be that clean color. And of course on the Pro is no exception. I love how the camera module is taking the same exact aluminum frame, so it's no longer a glass. It kind of makes it more of a seamless design. J-rig everything, I know you're doing your stuff, but man, Apple really did outdone themselves this time with this one, because it's really light and it's thin. And of course you have your design by Apple in California. And just like how I mentioned on the iPad Air, there's no Apple stickers no more. You want the Apple stickers and you really do miss it, you can go up to Apple at their Apple retail store and you can say, hey, I want some Apple stickers. They'll give it to you. Now you have your 20 watt included inside the box. You have your Type-C to Type-C braided cable. And just appreciating this 11-inch. 11-inch, you would think it'll be the thinnest one, but no, it's gonna get even thinner than this. It's so thin, in fact, that the camera can't even focus on it. And while this is turning on, we gotta unbox the big brother. Now 13-inch and 12.9-inch essentially is the same exact size, but with Apple marketing, it makes the most sense to call it a 13-inch. And same exact presentation, but this time it's even thinner. Whew. Yes, this space black. Space black remind me so much of space gray. But silver, I don't know. I might have to go with the silver, man. Something about silver Apple products just get me every single time. Just remind me of that Steve Jobs era of the first iPad. But this is, both colors are pretty gorgeous. iPad Pro text on the back. You have that copper Apple logo for cooling. And of course you have that M4 chip. Look how thin this looks. And previously I have the M1 iPad Pro, and we're gonna compare that in a little bit, and the same thing. Ooh, you getting a black a black braided Type-C to Type-C cable. That's different for the Space Black model. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments down below how you guys feel about Apple removing Apple stickers. We might not even see Apple stickers anymore. So this is the beginning of an end. Of course, we have that 120 hertz refresh rate. Now, one thing about the iPad Pros, I wish we would have got a larger iPad Pro. We should have got at least a 15-inch iPad Pro and maybe a 12-inch iPad Pro. You know, leave the 11-inch and the 13-inch for the iPad Airs, but have the Pros 15 and 12. I think that would have been pretty compelling to upgrade for some people. I think my primary driver might be the 13-inch again. While that's activating, I'm gonna set this one up too as well. So when you get your iPad, you may have to do an update. Seeing that OLED display is hard to tell right away, but while that's updated and activated, I have the Magic Keyboard in both silver, or white I should say, and I have it in black for the 13-inch just to match with the iPads. And of course we have that Apple Pencil Pro. Now when you get your Apple Pencil, you're gonna have a different box art. So in this case I got this one, but your packaging may vary. Unfortunately, compatibility, this is only gonna work for the new iPads. So as you can see, the Apple Pencil Pro is exactly the same like the Apple Pencil 2, but it's what's in the inside that counts. I remember the first Apple Pencil included some extra tips. So eventually your Apple tips are gonna dull out, so you can easily replace it. A quick comparison, I do have my Apple Pencil 2 here. So doing them side by side, is exactly the same exact size, same exact material. Inside the Pencil Pro you have a Taptic engine, a gyroscope for barrel rolls. It's just quite unfortunate that it's not compatible with older iPads. Let's unbox the Magic Keyboard. Now I love the first generation Magic Keyboard, but it needed some work. We needed those function keys, and it felt a little bit on the cheap side with that material, but with the aluminum finish, it's gonna make things more premium. The best thing about this and the Pencil Pro, they remain the same price tag. This is a new generation right here. And you know what? I am gonna compare this to my previous Magic Keyboard, which I have here somewhere. Don't know where it is, but let's see. Let's enjoy this real quick. This is what I'm talking about. So should have been like this off the rip. The trackpad is larger, and you also have haptics. So, oof. I'm gonna tell you guys, I barely use my Magic Keyboard, but this is on the larger size. We're gonna take a look at the other one in a minute, but just taking a look at the white material, you guys can see that it's a day and night difference when it comes down to the quality. Aluminum is gonna last more longer than this material. So yeah, so this is more premium. The keyboards actually feels about the same. Yeah, it's about the same typing experience, but you do have those function keys, which is nice. I'm surprised we didn't get it on the first time, but yeah. And the back here is about the same, but now you have an actual aluminum hinge on the back, which is nice. All right, I'm trying to go through this video because your time is valuable. Oh, and it just booted up perfect time. And thanks to the iPad being lighter and thinner, now it's not going to be as heavy, which is a good look. So that's one reason why Apple made these iPads so ridiculously thin, is because of the Magic Keyboard. If you ever use it like this, which kind of looks like a MacBook now. Yeah, the trackpad feels a lot better. It doesn't feel like that cheap click that you typically have. I'm going to enable dark mode so we can really see that OLED display in its glory. And there we go. You're going to notice the lightness right away when you get yours. But yeah, this is a nice little refresh. And of course you have that M4 chip, but Apple needed to do something with the software. But yeah, this is so much better. If you travel with your iPad a lot, you're going to notice the weight difference, the weight reduction. And the best thing about the larger size now, you have a larger keyboard, a larger trackpad. It's just a better, it's gonna feel more like a laptop. You guys can see the two color differences too. We have the black versus the white. Honestly, I like the way how the black one looks for some reason, because the MacBook Pro has that black keyboard, so already is giving me MacBook Pro vibes. But the white keys here, of course, none of the MacBooks have white keys, so right away it kind of made me It would have been nice if Apple would have made the silver one with black keys, because this is an iPad Pro. Now, in case you're wondering, if you have the new iPad M2, unfortunately it's not going to fit. It's not going to really fit well. Well, it's not going to fit at all with the newer Magic Keyboard. So now let's put on the 13-inch iPad Pro. And now you have yourself a MacBook Pro. So yeah, seriously, this is giving me MacBook vibes. Now I forgot to mention, you have a USB-C port on the side. This is only meant to charge the iPad. So now you have Type-C on both sides, so on your left, and you have it on your right. Let's open this up one more time, and I need to finish up setting it up. I want to play both these side by side. So we have the mini LED on the left and OLED on the right, or the Tandem OLED Ultra Retina XDR display on the right, and we have that mini LED on the left side here, both at 4K. It's kind of hard to tell between the M1 versus the M4. Let's see side by side. Yeah, the OLED has that inky black and you have less blooming. That's something that you're gonna notice right away. But both have pretty inky blacks, if you ask me. Ooh, I would still say the M4 is definitely a little bit more clear, but the M1/M2 is no slouch. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna show good on camera, but you can easily see that the iPad has a warmer tone, but I think True Tone is enabled. So let me turn that off. So trying to show you guys side by side. But yeah, you guys be the judge, man. I think the video should do it justice, but it's really hard to tell. It's not like this is a huge difference. Yes, it is a little bit more clear. I could definitely see it's a little bit more lifelike on the OLED, but just by a smidge. They like right next to each other. All right, let me test out this Apple Pencil Pro. Of course, we're gonna have that animation on the top. But unfortunately, if you take the Apple Pencil Pro and you put it onto your older iPad M2 or M1, it is just not gonna attach well. It's not even gonna go in there well. It's just gonna be swinging around. So, and I think the reason why Apple did this is because of the landscape cameras. So now you have the cameras on the landscape position orientation opposed to the portrait. So before we had the cameras on the left side, but now we have it on the top. One of the key things about the Apple Pencil Pro, I forgot to mention, you do have Find My. So I'm not gonna show you guys now just due to privacy reasons, but it is nice to have Find My functionality on your Apple Pencil, because I'm losing my Apple Pencils all the time. So it is good to have that. I would have loved to see an eraser on the pencil, like maybe be able to erase something by doing that gesture. It would have been nice, but this is still a nice worthy improvement. So you do have that hover feature. You could squeeze to be able to switch different tools. I think creators are gonna love the Apple Pencil Pro. There goes a plane. But looking at my M1 one more time compared to the M4, this is definitely incredible. I mean, just the thickness level is just amazing. I gotta zoom that in so you guys can see. Yeah, so the silver is the M1 and M4 is the space black, and you can easily tell the thinness. Now I do have the cellular of the M1. Now when you get your cellular based iPad, no more SIM tray, and also alongside with no SIM tray, no nanometer wave. So you're not gonna get that ultra fast 5G. You're just gonna have regular 5G, which is fine, but I think the no SIM tray thing is gonna bother me a lot. Other than that, thinness aside, the weight aside, the Magic Keyboard aside, it's a very similar experience if you have an M1 or M2. The M4, yes, it's gonna be faster. It's gonna be mind-blowing in terms of Geekbench and everything, but it's still an iPad, you know, and I'm pretty sure you guys heard that 1,001 times. You are losing a ultra wide camera. You have your main camera, you have your LiDAR. All right, so all the accessories aside, I love the Magic Keyboard, I love the Apple Pencil Pro. Is it worth actually upgrading your iPad? If you have an 11-inch iPad Pro, I think it might be time for you to upgrade. And the reason why I'm saying that, this is the first time where you guys are experiencing the same exact tech as the 13-inch, the larger one. So you're getting a screen upgrade, which is gonna be a big jump coming from the Liquid Retina. Also, you're getting that M4, so you're future-proofing yourself even further. You have this new Magic Keyboard. Yes, you are gonna need to get some accessories for it, and the Apple Pencil Pro, it's gonna be something that you have to add on to the cost. But I think the 11-inch or smaller iPad Pro users are really eating here, and especially with that lightness and that thinness, yeah, this is pretty cool. But starting at $1,000, an eye-watering $1,000, easily getting into MacBook territory. And I think if you have an older iPad with a home button, I think this is time for you to upgrade. But if you have a 2018 iPad Pro, maybe you could probably sit this one out unless you really want that display tech upgrade. If we had larger iPads, then I would say yes, if you want the larger screen real estate. Now, if you have a larger iPad Pro, I would maybe say no, only because, well, the mini LED is so similar. Unless you really want that landscape front-facing camera, which I'm gonna open it up right now. So no more, I'm holding it this way and I'm blocking the camera. No more of that. Of course, you have your center stage too present. So I could go into the FaceTime, enable center stage, and it can track my movement, as you guys can see. I really don't see the need to upgrade if you have the M2 or even M1. And even the 2018 iPad Pro, yet again, is still like aging like fine wine. Yeah, that's such a great iPad that Apple is competing with themselves. But yeah, larger iPad would have did it, man. Yeah, so I think this is where I'm gonna end off the video. I just wanted to try to give you guys a little bit of everything, unboxing accessories. I hope this video is not too long. I want to get it out tonight. But yeah, I'm gonna do a day in the life of the M4, larger size. So stay tuned for that one. Subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on. Comment down below what you guys think. And other than that, I hope you all have a simple day.